Hey there, this is Jacob Corey Gold, and I am the host for all. I am happy to be the host for all the things light. I have to say that because I am, and it's nurturing for me. It's um, it's a love for me. It's creation for me. And what I know about creation is that we were made from a creator, and wouldn't more than your offspring, what you created to be like you, to have the will to create. And I do have the will to create. I've said it before that this share, all the things light is, it's a culmination of things that I've read, of experiences that I've had as it relates to the light. So that's why I have to call it all the things light. And the people that I've met, uh, the people that I've met, the things in nature that we've seen, the thoughts that come as a result of wanting to be centered by the light. And by the light, of course, I mean love. And by love, we know the scripture says God is love. And in that same scripture, God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. And whosoever should believe on him should not perish, but should have everlasting life. And in that same scripture, it talks about the light of life. And so I speak from and stand from a sense that we are one. I've spoken before about various texts that I'm reading currently. One is A Course in Miracles. The book A Course in Miracles speaks emphatically about oneness. If you look at one of the very last prayer from our big brother Christ, talks about help them be one. Father, let them be one. And so oneness is the unifying agent that binds us together, um, that is founded and anchored by love. And so, in as much as this share is upon that rock, I'm excited to be here and I'm happy to be here. I've mentioned before that I have a book of meditations. I'm gonna share it. If you can see it there, it's a beautiful book. One of my mentor, Mama D, she gave it to me, and then I also have some meditation beads, and I'm sharing this because in the beads, she had mentioned, maybe a year ago about having meditation beads, and it hadn't dawned on me until um, you know, my innermost being just said, you need to, there's a need for greater focus. There's a need for oneness, and being present really is ultimately the path that we're on, being fully present. And so it takes practice. I compare it to if you ever driven somewhere and you drive there very often, right? It's as if you get to a certain point and you forgot that you were even driving. You're just like, wait, oh, I got here already. Well, it's because our minds are all over the place many times. Our minds are either on a past thought or situation, or looking at something in the in the so-called future. It's rarely fully present. And so these meditation beads, and I'm sharing this because all the things light is about being one and sharing from a sense of, hey, there's a song that they sing, "How I Got Over," my how I got over, and so the testimonies of one another and how we got over and how we're getting over are how we're all going to get over. So if I can share anything, just like the seeds have been planted in me, our job is to pass it forward, not just keep it and hoard it and say, oh, okay, I got all these seeds and keep it to myself. No, I'm sharing. And all the things light is geared towards that sort of share. And so we're going to talk about meditation today and how it situates someone to practice what it means to be fully present. And so I had a thought the other day, um, and it was just simply, I have everything I need. And even when I say it out loud, right now in this moment, it settles me because it's true, because it's full of love, it's forgiving, it's healing, and it yields to other thoughts. And so when that thought came to me, I thought about these meditation beads. And each bead, there's several of them. I haven't counted them, but there's several of them. Um, I just say it over and over and over again. I have everything I need. 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 And then as that thought continued and persisted with each bead, then it got to, and therefore I'm grateful. I have everything I need and I'm grateful. I have everything I need in this moment. I'm grateful because I have everything I need. And so hearing again and rehearsing that and allowing it to echo in the atmosphere, in my ear gate, it settled me. It didn't allow me to have a fearful thought about a bill that I gotta pay or or something that I may have done or said yesterday. It allowed me to again experience what that phrase fully exhibited for me in that moment. And it was thoughts of forgiveness, thoughts of gratitude, thoughts of being fully embraced. Because if you think about it, you're full. And other thoughts came, I am full and I have everything I need. And so hearing it and rehearsing certain thoughts that come to you that allow you to, again, reflect on gratitude, reflect on being present. I went to sleep that night. I didn't have these beads in my hand, but certain thoughts came and it made me think about a past or a future. And I went to sleep and rocked and sound asleep. I have everything I need. I have everything I need, and I'm grateful. I have everything I need, and I'm grateful. I am full. I am content. I have everything I need, and I'm grateful. I am loved, and I have everything I need. Hmm. Fully embraced. I have everything I need. Fully embraced. Beautiful. I am lacking nothing. I have everything I need. There are other thoughts that will come. And so, even as I mentioned, I have this book of meditations, and often when you hear me read something, it's written in this book. But there's a thought that I wrote. It says, "The only real answer for now is to live and experience everything this day has to offer." I'll say it again. The only real answer for now is to live and experience everything this day has to offer. Being full of gratitude. I said to someone the other day, and it's really true. There are only, and so if we're living for being present, the question I had was, well, how's that supposed to show up in me? I mentioned this before. This is the question that comes is how do these thoughts, how do this richness, this love, how is it supposed to show up in me? And so, how does being present show up in me? The answer came back three different things you ought to be doing in the present to remain in the present: being creative, having gratitude, and showing love. If you're showing love, if you're expressing gratitude, if you're being creative, those are the three opportunities that came to mind that showed me this is how you be present. Showing love. Pick up the phone and call somebody. Be present. In the sense that someone may pop in your mind and say, let me call so and so. Be present. Let me go up here and write this thing. Let me go up here and fix this, do it, this DIY project. Being creative. Go in here and get on this Zoom so I can record a podcast. DIY. Being creative. Doing the thing that you were brought here to do. Let me go in here and work on this song. Let me go in here and work on this painting. Being creative, showing love, having gratitude, meditating. You don't have to be lost in a future thought. There's no such thing as the future. I mean, anytime somebody has thought about a future and then they end up being gone, then what? The futures you're planning for somebody's future for a funeral? No, think about now. What can I be doing now? Is a settling thought. And that's what I offer. So these meditation beads, I'm calling them meditation beads. I bought them. They were handmade from I think a poplar tree is what the gentleman said, and they're beautiful. Um, but it's allowing me to get to that place of being still and being present and practicing it. And so as we offer these things, I realize one other thought that was the thought about heaven. I've shared a thought about heaven before in terms of the way that you speak to yourself, the voice that you hear. It's full of heaven, your innermost being. But we're not going to get to heaven alone. We get to heaven with my brothers and my sisters. And so as I share and as we go step by step and as we walk towards the light, understand that that is the ultimate reason because we are all just brilliant lights shining. How much more as we unify? We're already one. Just has to come into our consciousness, come into our present state that my brother is one, that my sister is one. Those over there, we're one. And our light shining bright and bright together um, are the light. It's the light that will continue into everlasting. So I appreciate you all continuing to listen. Let us continue to walk towards the light together. Grace. Hey there.